This time we'll try to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that.
Damn!
Jeffrey Thompson, house manager.
Will! Oh, Viv! 10 years is a long time.
Let me show you around.
Where them dimes at?
Hillary. Let's go find you something fit for a prince.
What do you think?
I made you look.
Yo, Uncle Phil! I'm glad you're safe. We'll talk later.
Cousin Will!
Yo!
Is this really baby Ashley?
You're a long way from home, Mom. Oh, Tim, how you been?
You know, thriving. I hope one day we can talk about why you're really here.
Do you know why I'm here from Philly?
Scrap on the bull court. Got nasty.
Who threw that? Was it you?
Now some bad man from Philly, he want to deal with you.
Boy, I moved mountains to get you here. So here's the story. Came to Bel-Air for a better education. Simple. Be patient. Give this a real chance.
We have a different set of rules here, okay? If you want to do well, just keep your head down and follow my lead.
Whoa, whoa. Man, you know I'm a rep West Philly wherever I go. Yo, King, what's up, man? No love. Look around. These are my people.
What?
From now on,
Steer clear.
welcome to Bel-Air.
What the hell is my life?
Yo, chill out, bro.
Maybe Will just isn't cut out for this. Why are we working so hard to save a boy who doesn't want to be saved?
Because we owe it to him.
A real man takes responsibility for his actions. A real man knows when to let go of his pride and make the most out of a second chance.
Be the Will who charmed West Philly with his talent and swag.
Let the music diffuse all attention. Get out my face, you people so phony.
There's no going back.
I made you look. I'm king of the town.
Shout out to the Squad Homies once again. You guys voted on the Viewer's Choice video this week, and you guys decided that the Bel-Air, the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot trailer that just recently released, I think within the last week, you wanted us to react to that. And so I've seen it before coming here. I've seen it a couple times, and you just watched it. So give me your thoughts since you actually just watched it. It's fresh in your mind. You just seen everything going on with it.
Interesting. It reminds me of All American a little bit.
Yeah.
With like a snowfall twist. I mean, from the trailer, we didn't get a whole lot on the situation and what's different about why he came from West Philly. I mean, it was the vague explanation. Got into a scrap at the basketball court. Now I got sent out to my parents, right? Mm-hmm. This seems to be a little bit deeper though. Like maybe he was connected to bro before they got into it at the basketball court. Maybe he worked for him. Who searches a man down after he gets out of prison for letting one off in the air?
You've got the leverage, I think, in this situation because it's a drama to kind of flesh that out a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Like that in the original show was kind of just like a here's why he's here, but it wasn't. It never was truly fleshed out. They did have the one episode where he went back to Philly, and the guy became like all good and everything, but. Other than that, you really had no reason to kind of flesh it out. This is a drama. Yeah. So you kind of have room and creative room because, there's no real source material for it to kind of flesh that out.
Moving on from the comedy aspect of the show, it is going to get a lot more in depth. It's going to get a lot broader in scope, which I love. Yeah. I love. It's going to give you a lot more to deal with. Sidebar, they definitely split the difference on Aunt Viv. Split the difference like hell.
Yeah,
got them a nice car. We're like, we not going to the light skin because the dark skin fans gonna be mad at us. We ain't going to the dark skin. The light skin Aunt Viv fans gonna be mad.
How many light skin Aunt Viv fans are there though? I mean, she was cool, but like,
how many light skin
Aunt Viv fans were there?
Are we not split on that? No,
No, I don't think so. I think most people enjoyed dark skinned Aunt Viv because she did stuff. Like, she was a real character. I feel like
Sure.
the light skinned
Yeah.
Aunt Viv was a placeholder.
kind of like a prop.
And
almost.
her whole thing was basically just taking care of Nikki at that point.
They're different actors.
Yeah.
So the things that stuck out personally about dark skinned Aunt Viv couldn't necessarily be fleshed out by a different actor.
True.
You know, the personality traits and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're trying to get people to forget about the fact that y'all changed Aunt Viv, you probably just gonna give her peripheral things to do, as opposed to highlighting the differences between the two actors.
For sure. No, I get it. One thing they didn't split the difference on, though, is Uncle Phil is a completely different person.
Fam, who is this Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil
I
is
seen
a
Uncle Phil out there
completely
stepping.
different person.
Get out of here. Get out.
I
Y'all
mean,
telling me y'all couldn't cast Forrest Whitaker as Uncle Phil? What are you doing?
Uncle Phil is a portly character.
Y'all telling me y'all couldn't have got Drewski?
Drewski is nuts. That's nuts. You know how much makeup they would have had to put on,
Hey,
bro?
yo, Drewski is Uncle Phil. That is nuts.
That's
That is
hilarious. No, but y'all could have found somebody. Which I want to suspend my disbelief in that aspect. If he's a good actor, he's a good actor.
Shit, Carlton ain't even as corny, or he doesn't appear to be as corny.
I don't
as
think
he was.
I don't think he'll be that corny. He'll be preppy and probably a spoiled brat, but I don't think he'll be that corny in this situation.
Which is disappointing.
I think that was, for the most part, played as a comedic twist to what Will had going on.
Give me the quintessential Beverly Hills black boy who doesn't think that the things that all the other black boys go through apply to him. Because that's what Carlton was for the most part.
Yeah, no.
Until they
I
got
agree.
to college.
But I think, like I said, that was more of a comedic effect to off-play how smooth and cool Will was. He's got to be corny. But if you take the comedic thing out of it because it's a drama, you don't really need him to be as corny.
I think that was purposeful more than just for comedic relief, though. It was trying to highlight that both of them had something to offer the other.
That's
while
right.
Will lacked the decorum and the formal, processes and connections and stuff like that. He was a better people person than Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
He was more well liked. He interacted better. He had street smarts. He had knowledge to give to Carlton as much as Carlton had to give to him. So now if both of these niggas are cool and they dapper down in Da Vinci like Power Ghost,
I was gonna say
then,
you can still have that dynamic without him being a complete cornball. Do I want that in my Carlton? Not necessarily.
Can you though? Can you show someone who's socially awkward and needs help in that regard without them being a complete spaz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, Carlton has to do the Carlton dance.
Has to do it. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed.
Like that has to happen.
So who didn't we see? We saw Jeffrey. We got a young Jeffrey.
Jeffrey is a property manager, not a butler.
At the house that I live in,
Yeah.
fam, you's a butler.
No, but
We're gonna say that to him just like that. Fam, you's a butler.
They gave him an elevated title. They had to.
He was the goddamn maid.
I think we saw both Hillary and Ashley.
I couldn't tell which was which though. I
From what I
heard them
remember.
say it, but then like they kind of showed them very fast.
Because Hillary was the one that kind of got him suited up.
him dressed up.
And then I remember him saying, "Oh, cousin Ashley." So there is a difference there. Again, I don't.
So no Nikki yet. Obviously, he hasn't been born yet.
Yeah, Nikki wasn't there in the beginning of the
Right.
Fresh Prince anyway. So
Jazz dropped him off.
Jazz was there. Jazz. I mean, we didn't see too much of Jazz in the trailer either.
I
but-
wonder if he meets Lisa earlier on, since they're starting him off squarely in the middle of high school.
Well, Lisa is also a thing that didn't happen until later on. Will was in college. Yeah.
College. I'm saying I'm wondering if they retcon her character
see
and
what
make
you
her
mean.
show up in high school as opposed to, because I mean the way that this story looks like it's going, they're going to spend a little time in high school.
Yeah.
They're going to spend a little time there. So
Yeah, I hope not, because Will in high school was just chasing any and everything.
I don't know, man, because they're relatively younger actors. Like I don't see real life college problems coming out of this cast anytime soon.
I see that. I can see that.
They're pretty young.
Like you'll have to have quite a few seasons before they get into
build up to that.
I can see that. That's fair.
Or do a time jump and apply different actors. That could work.
Yeah.
But right now they look very much so young adolescents.
Yeah. No, I can see that. One thing that I loved, the person who's playing the guy that Will got into a fight with is Easy to Block Captain, who's a battle rapper from Philly.
For real?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I thought, I mean,
That's dope.
It gives a sense of realism as much as it can to the character. So, I mean, I didn't know that nigga acted. So, that's kind of cool for him.
I like Will Smith behind the camera instead of in front of. Well, not instead of, but I do like him behind the camera for sure.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
After Earth aside, let's let that one go. But most of the things he's been involved in front and behind the camera, and then the 2 projects now that we've seen him, post acting.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Oh, for sure. For sure. One other thing that I want to see from this is obviously there are things, because it's a reboot of the original show, that are tied to the original show. But like, I want to kind of see specific episodic continuance in the actual show.
So not so much of the throwaway episode, but see, you're probably not going to get that because this is a drama series. So every episode, you're probably only going to get 10 to 12 episodes, maybe.
Yeah.
So every episode counts. You have to use all 40 minutes of that episode to move the plot forward.
True.
So you're probably not going to get the throwaway slapstick episodes
for
like
sure
you did in the comedy series.
But key moments from the original, you have to kind of show in this one to like I said, show a not a continuity, but a connection between the two.
Sure.
Which,
who's playing Will's mom? Did you see Will's mom?
Not in this one. I didn't see. That'd be interesting though.
Early prediction. One of the last things we heard them talking about or heard them say in the trailer, Uncle Phil was like, "Why are we wasting our time trying to help a boy who doesn't want to be helped?" And then Aunt Viv looks at him and says, "We owe it to him." Why?
Yeah.
Why? Pray tell.
I mean, because they didn't in the original.
What if Aunt Viv is really Will's mom?
You've been watching too much Power.
What
All
if
right,
Aunt
Monet.
Viv is really Will's mom?
All right, Monet.
What if that was the whole reason why he went to Los Angeles in the first place? Because Will's mom is older than Viv, right? What if, because Vivian, right, ends up becoming a college professor. She ends up teaching at a high school. She was a great dancer while she was in school. So she had a future. What if Viv's older sister took the weight for her on a mistake? It ended up raising Will so that she could have the type of life that she ended up having. And when shit started to hit the fan for Will, Viv feels guilty and brings her son home to help raise him.
I mean, it's definitely possible. And
that's an undertone that was there the entire time.
Well, so you're saying that was there in the original too?
If we could read into it, did we ever see Will's dad and his mom in the room at the same time? I think that episode, his mom was nowhere around or to be found.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she was there, but
and there was definitely
there.
some extra hostility towards homeboy from Uncle Phil.
Yeah, but then that would require Uncle Phil to know.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Early
to
predictions.
confirm.
This is based off of absolutely nothing, but I'm just throwing it out there so if it's right, I can say that I predicted it. Doesn't that sound like something that Big Sis would do?
Yes.
You supposed to go to school. You gonna be something one day. You gonna make this family proud. You give me the baby. I'll raise him.
You know what's crazy is that in that episode that I just referred to, the Thanksgiving episode, Vi basically calls out Vivian for not being a good mother to Carlton, Hillary, and Ashley. Then Vivian basically goes through the episode trying to prove herself as a mother to Vi. Just throwing that out there.
You know what would motivate somebody to do that? If that was secretly your son.
I mean, it's possible, and added drama to a drama series. So I guess it's
Uncle Phil was a very frugal man. Very frugal man. What would possess him to pull in some rando cousin from West Philly who having problems with gangsters? Oh, that's your Jon Snow baby.
No, but other than that, I do like. I already mentioned that Easy to Block Captain is on here. I do like that these are, for the most part, fresh faces. It's gonna be interesting.
That's dope.
It doesn't give me any kind of expectation towards any of the actors, so I can kind of go into it a little bit freely.
Would you like to see some cameos from the original cast?
Yes.
I think if it's done well, it depends on what characters they're gonna play. I think they should play new characters if they're gonna come in.
Will playing a professor who becomes kind of like a mentor to young Will.
That's funny. That's funny. Or like Carlton is a lawyer, practicing in one of Uncle Phil's courtrooms or some shit like that.
Yeah. It could happen, man. I'm
Jazzy Jeff is Hillary's boss at the news station.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, this is definitely going to be interesting to watch. I didn't know really what to go off of before the trailer, so now that there is a trailer, we'll see, man. This definitely got potential for sure.
Give us your thoughts on the trailer in the comments below. Tell us what you think.
And make sure you check out our playlist of TV reviews. We like to talk about TV shows like this, Power, Snowfall, and things of that nature. And make sure you subscribe. I'm sure we'll probably be talking about Bel-Air in the future.